On Mac computers, our installer functions as would most normal installers. You first download the zip file, unzip the installer, and then launch the installer. If everything is functioning properly, the program is installed in the typical location for applications on a Mac, in the Applications folder. Here's the installation process step by step. The first step is to purchase the installer. Since the demo is free, you don't need to enter any credit card information. All we need is some contact info for your product key. Click the Download the Demo link on our website. Click the Next button for the Mac Demo installer. On the next page, there is quite a bit of important info for you to review. Be sure to read all of this information before proceeding. Once you're done reading, click Next. Next, you are presented with yet a third screen with more info to read. Experience has taught us that big, obnoxious warnings tend to get people's attention. So we made this one really big and really obnoxious. The message is simple. Follow the installation instructions. Click the link at the bottom of the page that says, "Click here to proceed to cart checkout." This will add the Mac Demo installer to the shopping cart. Next, click the Proceed to Checkout button. You will be asked to enter the typical info needed for a shopping cart: name, address, city, state, zip, etc. Please enter this information carefully. The info entered here will be tied to your product key. The terms and conditions can be found here. After reading those, click the checkbox. When everything is entered correctly, click on Place Your Order. You will see a confirmation that your order was placed successfully. In a few minutes, you should receive your order receipt email letting you know we received your order. Next, you need to sit tight until we can generate your product key. We have to enter all of your info into a special database that generates the key. We will then add the key to your shopping cart record, and we will mark your order as complete. When we do so, a second email will be generated. This is your order completion email. The next step is to download the actual installer. This can be done one of two ways. The first way is to click the download link in your order completion email. Click the link and a blank web page will open and the download will begin. The downloaded installer will be located in your Downloads folder. The second way to download the installer is to go to your My Account page. Click on the Downloads button. Click on the Quote Magician for Mac button to begin the download. Again, the downloaded installer will be located in your Downloads folder. The file that is downloaded is a zip file, which, when unzipped, is a MPKG file. In our case, MPKG stands for Meta Package Installer Script. Basically, it is a self-running installer program. Go to your Downloads folder and locate the Quote Magician MPKG file. Double-click on our package installer to install the Quote Magician application. Depending on your security settings, you will likely see a warning message. It is a security warning that says the installer can't be opened because it is from an unidentified developer. This is the Unidentified Developer warning. It is designed to warn you before installing potentially malicious software. Your security settings must be changed before you can install the program. To change your settings, click on the System Preferences icon in the dock or select System Preferences from the Apple menu. Click on Security and Privacy. On the General tab, at the bottom, you can see the settings for downloaded apps. On my computer, as you can see here, I currently allow apps downloaded from the Mac App Store. To change these settings, click the lock, enter your password, and then select Anywhere. On my flavor of macOS, I am warned that allowing apps from anywhere makes your Mac less secure. If you want to allow our application to be installed, click Allow from Anywhere. If not, click Cancel. One of the limitations of our program is the fact that it is a FileMaker database that has been turned into an application. We then had to create an installer program. Sounds simple enough, but is actually quite a process. An installer created by a true software developer will handle all of the tasks associated with installing an application on all of the different operating systems that it supports. Installers are usually downloaded from the internet. To assure users that a software application has not been compromised with malicious code, Apple has devised a justifiably complicated system where the software is signed by the developer. This gives the user assurances that no changes have been made to the code. Applications that are not properly code signed pop up a warning when launched. This message will be shown unless we go through an arduous process called code signing, which applies a bit of code to the program that tells macOS that the downloaded software has not been altered since it was compiled by the developer. The process of signing code is ridiculously difficult. We tried many times to solve this one and failed, so we are sending our program out unsigned. If you do not trust the software, please click Cancel and stop the installation process. As an aside, we inserted a CD from Brother Corporation when adding a new laser printer, and the exact same unidentified developer message was shown. I guess we're in good company if a company the size of Brother has the same issue with code signing as we do. If you have questions about the unidentified developer warning message, give us a call. After you have selected Anywhere, you may now run the installer. After resetting your security settings to allow our program to be installed, double-click on the package installer once again to install the Quote Magician application. The installer will open. Click Continue. Next, take a few moments to read, print, or save the software license agreement. Then click Continue. Click Install. After installation is complete, click Close and the installer will close. If everything installed correctly, the program will be located in the Applications folder. The next step is to launch the program, then enter your credentials and product key to activate the program. Double-click the Quote Magician application located in the Applications folder to launch the program for the first time. It will take a few moments, and then the program will open and the activation screen appears. All information in the screen must be entered before you may proceed. The information that should be entered was sent to you in the third email. Your customer number, company name, address, city, state, zip must be entered exactly as shown in the email. Even if the info in the email is incorrect, let's say you recently moved and your address has changed, you must enter the info sent in your email or the activation may fail. Most importantly, the product key we sent you must be entered exactly as shown. After entering all of the required information, click the Authenticate arrow to continue. Assuming that you entered all the information correctly, you will see the Access Granted screen telling you that you have been granted access to the demo version of Quote Magician. Click the Disclaimers arrow to continue. Please read each disclaimer page completely. Each contains information about how the program functions and some of the limitations of the data provided by the wholesalers. After reading each page, mark the checkbox next to each disclaimer. Click the next arrow. There are only 2 disclaimer pages to review. After the disclaimers have been checked, you will be granted access to the program. Click the Go to Quote Magician button to begin using the program. In some rare circumstances, the product key is not retained after installation. Let's do a quick check to make sure everything is working correctly. Simply click on Exit Program and confirm you want to exit. Next, launch the Quote Magician once again. If you are taken to the activation page again, there is a problem. If you are taken to the main menu, everything installed correctly.